Hello, you wonderful people. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are filming one of your favorite videos, Instagram updates and features that you need to know about. And there are so many, so we're just going to dive right in. Now, this first update is super important, especially if you are running boosted posts. So that is if you are promoting Instagram and Facebook posts from your phone and from the app. And especially if you are using an iPhone. So this update is there will now be a 30% additional fee on top of your ad budget if you boost posts. Now, this is because there is an Apple service charge that has been introduced to these type of in-app purchases that are now being qualified as boosting a post. So that means any budget that you would have to account for another 30% fee that you would pay. So for $100, you'd be paying $130, and that's just going to Apple. That's not going to your ad at all. So here's how to avoid that. First things first, use Ads Manager. I have talked about this. We have talked about this in length multiple times, and I feel like this is a better reason than ever, especially if you're on an iPhone, because who knows what could happen to Android as well, to get familiar with Ads Manager. In this video, we talked about why Ads Manager is better than boosting a post and why you should consider doing that instead, and I feel like this fee is a really good reason to get into that. Now, if you don't decide to go the Ads Manager route, there are a few other ways that you can get around this fee as well. One would be actually running the ads from a desktop, because obviously, of course, then you're not running it on Apple or you're not running it on your actual device. So you could log in from your desktop and hit the little boost button there and do it from there. That also means you'd be able to do it from the mobile browser on your phone as well. You also could get around this if you choose to use Meta Business Suite. So again, you'd be on a desktop, you're on platform, you're not doing the thing directly inside of the app. That's the big part that you want to avoid, because that's where the fee will come in. And then another way is to add prepaid funds via the desktop to your ads account. So you'd be pulling from the prepaid funds and not making a new transaction in app. So these are a few ways you can get around it. But again, Ads Manager is so much better for so many reasons, especially when it comes to really being able to target the exact audience that you want and optimize your ads and get more data from your ads. So recommend that you check out Ads Manager, and we also did a video on how to run ads in Ads Manager, perfect for beginners, so you can check that out too.
The next Instagram update for you is that Instagram, believe it or not, is outpacing TikTok for growth right now. Now, this kills that "is Instagram dead" conversation that we hear a lot, because TikTok did get really popular over the last few years, but it is being outpaced in growth. So Statista expects Instagram to dethrone TikTok and become the fastest growing social media platform by 2027. So 2023, they have 1.33 billion users, which is insane.
Yeah.
And that's 86 million more than just a year before that. So that's crazy.
Obviously doing pretty well still.
They're going hard.
And maybe that means all the features and all the additions and everything they're adding is actually making an impact.
Absolutely. So the message here is, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Diversify your platforms. Use them all, but don't write off Instagram, because TikTok was like the flashy new thing. Also, some of you may have seen that the US, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was the Senate, passed the bill to approve a ban of TikTok pending ByteDance, which is TikTok's parent company in China, either selling it to a US-based company or they would have to pull out of the country. Now, that is huge. Now, that's just the US, but that's a big, big hit.
It'll trickle down. I feel like that would trickle down to us and like in Canada here and a lot of other major countries if that content isn't coming from the States as well anymore. So.
For sure. It's going to be a very interesting landscape surrounding TikTok for a while. So let's keep an eye on it. We'll keep you posted if anything changes.
Now, speaking of Instagram updates and staying ahead of the curve so that way you can stay on point with your social media and overall marketing strategies, we have an incredible resource for you from our friends at HubSpot. It is their State of Marketing 2024 report. So whether you're a seasoned marketer or just starting out, Listen, we all know that keeping up with the latest trends and tactics is invaluable, but it's really overwhelming. So this playbook is a great way to stay ahead of the changing marketing trends in 2024. It dives deep into the newest news and strategies that are shaping marketing right now, and the report equips you with actual strategies you can incorporate into your marketing plan right away for both the online and offline methods. So you'll see it's split into 5 sections: awareness, which covers new uses for social media like search and sales and how to produce expert content. Then there's engagement, which goes through the various ways in which you can connect with your audience, including things like chatbots, which we have talked about. You know, if you're watching this channel, we have talked about that a lot. Chatbots are the future. They are the here and the future. Then we have privacy as another section, which speaks to personalizing both organic content and ads while remaining aware of privacy issues that may arise. Another section's efficiency, which goes into the marketing tools, including AI, which again, when we're talking about the future and staying on point, AI is huge. And these are the things that you can use to save you time and money every single week. And then a 5th section is on growth, which taps into how you can use tools like a CRM to stay focused on your growth goals. Now, HubSpot have made this guide completely free for you. It is 43 pages and you can download it for free using the link in our description. So make sure you download this report and tap into the huge potential that your social media and marketing strategies have this year. And we want to say thank you to HubSpot for sponsoring this portion of the video.
The next Instagram update for you is an in-app grid planner. So this is something that we all have been using third-party software to do for, I don't know, the last decade at least, if forever. And now Instagram are actually incorporating it in the app. Now, this is only rolled out to some creators for now, so we'll see if it ends up rolling out to everybody. Typically, this is what they do. They'll test it with a few accounts, and then if it ends up being popular, then they'll bust it out to everybody. So fingers crossed, we'll see what's going on there, but it's pretty interesting. So right before you post, you'll be able to see what your grid is going to look like. Not surprising that I guess Instagram are doing this. Typically that has been a bit of a pattern, as in they've seen what other third-party companies are doing and then building that into their own app themselves. So
makes sense. Keep people inside.
Yeah, I get it for sure from their perspective. So very interesting.
The next Instagram update that you should know about is the introduction of Flipside. Now, Flipside is an alternative profile that you have that is like a secret profile. So this means you would be selecting the friends or the people, the followers who'd be able to follow that account. It's really interesting, I think, from a business perspective, because you could create some type of exclusive profile that only your customers or your clients could see. So if you were like a coach and you wanted to make sure that, you know, you were able to put up a bunch of videos, but it was like not on YouTube or it wasn't on Kajabi or some other platform, you could actually make it so that your clients are the only ones that are able to follow you on the flip side and create a whole series of content for them. That's something I thought like was the first thing that came to my mind with it.
Instead of a Finsta type of thing?
Yeah, so it's like, it's basically what they've done is formalize the Finsta portion of it. But also you can say like, hey, customers, if you want to be added to our flip side, that's where all the exclusive deals, coupons, all these types of things would be on, and kind of have this type of relationship. So this one is already available. I have it on a few accounts already. So I think that would be a mainstay. It just depends on adoption and whether or not a ton of people use it.
Yeah. The next Instagram update that I think you'll love is Instagram Live Producer. So basically a lot of other social platforms like YouTube, Facebook, Twitch is a big one. They are able to connect with third-party software to enable you to stream via them and via a camera as well. So I do that personally for a bunch of side projects. We do that for our high season members.
Yes, we do. So in the high season membership channel, we are using a platform called Ecamm, and we're streaming to members that way.
We are indeed. And we've been using it since 2020.
So long.
Yeah, for like 4 years now. And it's been fantastic. But one thing you could never do was use it with Instagram Live. So that is what Live Producer is. So it allows you to use something called a streaming key, which you take from Instagram, you pop it inside your third-party software. It sounds complicated, but it's very simple. And that allows you just to connect that camera and to run it through. So now your Instagram Lives will be like 4K quality, as opposed to just using your front-facing camera on your phone. So it's a very cool addition to the suite of Instagram products, but I wonder if that means that they're going to be taking Live a little more seriously.
Yeah.
They haven't made any changes to Live aside from maybe the shopping. for
Yeah.
quite some time. So this is quite a big change.
Yeah, and adding that integration, I feel like it could be an indicator of like them wanting to even push live more.
Yeah.
So yeah, because remember they took away a lot of shopping other features.
That's true.
So it's like again focusing on the creating, which they seem, of course, in the end they've kept talking about original content creation is their big thing.
Yeah,
So
and enabling creators to be able to do it at the highest level.
Exactly.
That's what this is. So this is very interesting. So definitely a space to watch.
another new Instagram update that you should know about, and I'm not even sure what to call this yet because it's launched and I see that it's out there, but I haven't seen a real name be prescribed to it yet
Right.
or assigned to it yet. But it's some form of like stop motion feature within Carousel, or at least the ability to create this kind of cool stop motion effect using Carousel. So now if someone holds down on the, you generally scroll through a carousel, if you hold down and you scroll, you'll get like this quick succession of the images or the videos that you have within your carousel. So we've already seen creative ways that this is being executed, and I think this is a really cool way if you're doing anything, especially like artistic or anything like food, any of these things, to do like a
Fashion,
very cool
yeah.
fashion,
Like
everything.
twirling or something?
Yeah,
The
a cool
fabric
beginning and
moving?
end. Exactly. If it was like you're
Yeah.
twirling in a dress, any of these things, if you were like any creative industry, this is a really interesting feature to, stand out. And also it would make someone stay on your post longer because they'll keep going like back and forth, back and
playing
forth.
with it. So it's literal engagement.
It's going to help you in the
that.
algorithm with that. So definitely check that out and think about how you can incorporate that into your content as well.
The next Instagram update is something very interesting. It's their friend map. Now, this is essentially doing what Snapchat currently does. And what it does, it allows you to share your location. You can opt in on this with your friends or with selected friends so they can actually see where you are based on your posts and your stories. And it will add your location to a map that people can see that you choose to share that with. Very interesting. Obviously, I can't imagine, I can't even think of the last time that somebody copied Snapchat. So I think it's cool. Bringing
it's cool
Snap
to bring it back in.
which is cool and can allow you to either show your current location, like live where you are right now, or your past visits to that particular location, which opens up a whole lot of opportunities for businesses.
Definitely. I feel like there's a really cool opportunity to either run like giveaways, contests, or anything like that, which could be like, come here, take a photo of this, or do, XYZ.
And add it to your map.
And add it to your
Yeah.
map. It could be cool for a scavenger hunt. There's a lot of interesting perspectives. Of course, we're always going to flip how do businesses or creators use this.
Of course.
So having something that's tied to your location, if you're a location-based business, that's money, because that would mean that you could have customers promote the business for you.
Yes. And think about it. When a referral or word of mouth comes from someone you trust and know and love, then that referral is much more valuable. So anyone you're sharing your live location with is going to be by nature somebody close to
Yeah.
you. So the people who are encouraged to do it are going to be sharing that, post with that business with only people that they care about or that would listen to them or that maybe takes their advice seriously.
Yeah.
So it actually ramps up the value of something like this for businesses.
100%.
It's very cool. It's going to be very interesting to see the uptake on that.
Now, another few quick updates. There is a new Instagram DM update. So a few interesting things. One of my favorites, you can now turn off read receipts. Sorry.
Oh, nice.
So, hey, okay, this is like on the personal side, I would say
Let's
that like
go.
you don't always want people to know when you've seen their messages, but I think it's also important for businesses and creators too, because sometimes you feel anxiety to like respond right away if
If
you
they know
open
that
a
they've
message.
seen it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now you're not going to have to worry about that. If you open something on the weekend from a customer and it's not urgent, reply to them the
I do
following
that all
day.
the time. I check the high season one. I'm like, oh, Tiff's got to respond to this. And then I got to mark it as unread.
Yeah.
Damn it, I gotta know.
So if you're wondering, it's us in the inbox,
Yeah.
and we both see everything, and then it's just kind of like, oh, you were talking to the person first.
You
so
don't want to
we'll
like
leave it
jump
open.
in and yeah.
Exactly.
I love that. That's
yeah.
great.
And then another update that they have is that you'll be able to edit up to 15 minutes now. So clear those typos out or anything like that. If you respond or you want to change the way that you've responded, you'll be able to edit up to 15 minutes, which is
Nice.
great.
Just like text.
Bring it to captions, please. That would be awesome. And then another thing is that you're now able to pin up to 3 chats to your inbox as well. So this is super important for businesses and creators too. If there are important or key messages, somebody that you need to get back to quickly, it will be really simple now for you to just pin that so that you don't have to flood through and go through your inbox in order to find them. I think this is really important, especially if you're like somebody who's trying to work out some form of deal as a creator. You want to make sure that you don't miss any brand messages at any point in time. So really, really smart feature to add in.
This is exactly like text. Like on the iPhone,
Yes.
it's all
Yes.
3 of those are like text. So that must say from Instagram what they're trying to do with DM is to make it like text.
Exactly, which it is for a lot of people.
It's, yeah.
You.
true. Hey, what can I say? Another quick update is that you can now share comments to stories directly. This is very cool. I have a feeling this is from something else as well that I've seen before.
TikTok.
It's from TikTok?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is. So you could share the comments to stories. Such a great feature. Overdue. I think that one's going to be great for businesses as well.
For sure, testimonials.
Yeah.
Remember, so now it's like if somebody's saying something
gosh,
great
I love
about you
this.
and you sell a
Yeah.
service, boom, pop that testimonial right up.
Yep.
Nothing is more powerful than social proof.
Yes. And then a little link sticker direct to the product. Let's
Exactly.
go.
Or a chatbot.
Or
you
a
could do.
chatbot.
So there you go. And then 2 things that are RIP, so rest in peace. Instagram group profiles. You might have never used it. We were in like 2 or 3. We kind of tested it. We have to test everything as it comes our way.
Yeah.
Likely didn't get the adoption maybe they were anticipating, so that's gone. And then another feature that has been taken out is Instagram guides, which I did like the concept of Instagram guides.
It's hard to execute on.
But it's hard, and
There's
it's
a
like
lot of work.
Yes, and it's like you're bringing blogging kind of into it, and it just doesn't feel like people love
Wasn't
reading. That's it, reading full stop.
Facts.
So I don't think it really worked for the large demo, but I did think it was a cool for one of our hotel clients. We had like all these
Yes.
beautiful travel guides in there.
always think of those. They were
They were
great.
so much fun. Now what that looks like is they're being saved now, so they're now internal and they're your
Collections,
saved
yeah.
posts saved to your collections. But they might be making a public collections feature, so
That's
that could
cool.
be
That
interesting
replace
in the
guides.
end, and that kind of feels like a Pinterest type of vibe. So
Wow.
something to watch out
What
for.
aren't they doing? No wonder
Yeah.
they're the fastest growing.
Yeah,
about
fastest
to
growing
outpace.
app.
I love it. And another update is Threads are opening up their API. So that means that third-party scheduling software will now be able to schedule Threads. So will that mean there's going to be a higher uptake or higher usage? We'll see, but I would imagine if they're making it easier for people to schedule, I think it's going to be a net positive for Threads.
Agreed. Yeah. All right, everybody, that is it for today. Those are the Instagram updates and features that you need to know about. And if you want to stay on top of the social media
yeah.
marketing game outside of our videos, be sure to download HubSpot's State of Marketing Report. It will be in the link in our description. Thank you so much to HubSpot for sponsoring this
Yes.
video. We
Thank you, thank
appreciate
you.
you all so much. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and check out this video next. We know you will love it. See you in the next one.
Peace.
Bye.